Millionaires? They really aren't smarter than you, and they definitely aren't just luckier than you either. They just think differently. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're breaking down the 5 exact mindset shifts that separate the truly rich from, well, absolutely everyone else. Let's get right into it.
Look, here's a crazy reality. 99% of people will literally never become rich. And it's not because they lack money, but because they lack one specific thing in their psychological approach to life.
And once I tell you what this one thing is, you really can't unsee it. You're going to want to stay with me till the end for this, because point number 4, that is the exact counterintuitive shift that changes absolutely everything.
All right, point 1, rethinking value. This is all about thinking in assets.
You see, the broke mindset usually asks, how much do I earn per month? But the rich mindset, it asks, what can I own that earns for me? The average person is super focused on a monthly salary, right? But that income stops the absolute second you stop working. You just get locked into this exhausting cycle of trading your hours for dollars. Millionaires, though, they step completely outside of that loop.
Instead, they obsess over building assets. We're talking businesses, investments, high-value skills, basically things that make money even while you are fast asleep. Like we just said, a salary stops the minute you clock out. An asset doesn't. When you shift your brain from how do I get paid today to how do I build something that pays me tomorrow and next week and next year, boom. That is when true wealth generation actually begins.
Moving on to point 2, guarding your ultimate currency, treating your time like money.
If you ask a millionaire for their time, I guarantee you they will guard it way more fiercely than their physical wallet. Why? Well, because lost money can always be earned again. You could make a totally terrible investment, literally go bankrupt, and potentially earn it all back the very next year. But time lost is gone forever. There's an absolute terrifying finality to a wasted hour.
And because they know this, they are ruthless about cutting distractions and avoiding people who just drain their energy. You have to invest your hours exactly the same way you invest your cash, carefully and always with a specific return in mind. Think about it. You wouldn't just toss a stack of $100 bills out the window, right? So why throw away a perfectly good Tuesday afternoon mindlessly scrolling on your phone? Protect your time.
Which brings us to point 3, the price of learning, seeing failure as tuition. Here's a secret. Every single rich person out there has failed, and usually they failed hard. The main difference? While the broke mindset just quits after one bad attempt, the millionaire mindset doesn't view failure as some final crushing defeat. Instead, they see it as tuition. It's the necessary price you pay for a really valuable lesson. They know that to reach a level of success they've never had, they literally have to do things they've never done.
So instead of throwing in the towel when things go south, millionaires simply ask themselves, okay, what did this cost me and what did it actually teach me? They immediately get to work extracting the maximum value and actionable insights from their missteps, so they never, ever make the exact same mistake twice. For them, failure isn't a stop sign. It's just data.
Okay, here we are at point 4, the ultimate catalyst. This is the big one.
This is the massive mindset shift that most people just completely miss. The broke mindset is basically paralyzed by choices. They overthink absolutely everything, they make decisions at a snail's pace, and then they change their minds more often than they change their Netflix shows. And you know what? That hesitation literally kills opportunity. Because while they're busy weighing every single possible negative outcome, someone else has already taken the leap.
But the millionaire process? It is so streamlined. You gather enough info, you decide fast, and you stay committed unless the facts truly change. Listen to this. The speed of your decision-making is directly tied to your net worth. It really is. The faster you act, the faster you get feedback, and the faster you learn what actually works out there in the real world. Stop waiting for perfect conditions.
And finally, point 5, choosing growth over comfort. You've probably heard this before, but you become the exact average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. It's true. If your 5 closest friends are constantly broke and always complaining about how the world is so unfair, well, you are mathematically guaranteed to be the 6th. Your environment dictates your standards.
Comfort is just surrounding yourself with people who agree with everything you say, giving you all that warm, fuzzy validation. But millionaires, they actively seek out growth. They would honestly rather be the dumbest person in a room, because if the room is challenging you, it means you're growing. They carefully curate their environment to force continuous, uncomfortable, and highly profitable evolution.
All right, let's do a quick recap of the millionaire mindset. Build assets, not just income. Protect your time like it's your absolute most valuable currency. Treat failure as tuition. Decide fast and commit hard. And surround yourself with growth. The absolute best part about all this, none of it requires money to start. You don't need a rich uncle. It just requires a psychological pivot.
It just requires a decision, and making that decision today. So what decision are you making today? If this explainer hit a little different for you, be sure to follow for more mindset content that actually changes how you think. Drop a fire emoji down in the comments if you're starting today, and save this to keep yourself accountable. Keep growing, keep building, and I'll see you in the next one.